James has put on 35 pounds to make weight tonight, and Frank the Tank has cut 45 pounds. Very exciting to see these two across the barrel from each other, and so we're going to go down and listen in. Here's young James with round one.
1, 2, 3.
Great placement on that first strike. Fantastic. Young James has incredible technique. Really great. He's got a traditional style, so there are very few fouls with young James. Frank's a little bit more aggressive. Here we go. Frank returns fire in round one. Looks to still have his power. No break needed for young James. Here we go, top of round two. Oh, that's a nice shot. Staggers Frank back just a little bit here. He's going to replace his cotton ball and step back to the barrel. And push the pace just a little bit here.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so that's the best shot of this match so far. A little bit of mutual respect between these competitors.
1, 2, 3.
Another solid strike by young James. And Frank steps right back to the barrel. Not a lot of breaks in this contest. Seems as if they may both have the same strategy here.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, young James has lost his cotton ball, so we're going to replace that cotton ball real quickly and get back to it. Each of our contestants wears a cotton ball in their ear to avoid damage to the eardrum. Top of round 4. And here's your windup.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, another great shot. Again, no break for Frank.
1,
Here we go.
2, 3.
Another great shot. These guys are trading shots. This is a fantastic, fast-paced fight. I cannot imagine this pace can continue.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Frank definitely felt that one. But he's going to step right back in.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, man. Frank with a Rick James. Very fast-paced fight. We've lost another cotton ball. If it wasn't for this cotton ball, we'd probably be in round 10 by now. All right, here's your wind-up, round 6.
1, 2, 3.
And another good shot. Holy smokes. I love the sportsmanship, but let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. That one made a dent. Young James is clearly affected by that last shot. He needs to take a break here and recover. I'm not sure he's going to do so. Here we go, round 7.
2, 3.
Okay, not quite the power he had in round 6. Let's hope he recovers. Here comes Frank pushing the pace.
2, 3.
And another good shot from Frank. Oh, that was tough. Young James is trying to shrug that off, but that's really a tough one. Look how stoic Frank is. James need to take this break. Take this break, James. Okay, top of round 8.
1,
Here we go.
2, 3.
Young James' power has definitely diminished. I can't help but think it was that slap at the end of round 6. Frank the Tank smells blood in the water. He's going to push the pace again.
1, 2, 3.
Another good shot. Whoa! Young James goes down in round 8. He is out. It looks like this fight might be over. And yes, it looks like referee Kyron Bowen is looking. Okay, he's going to call this fight a knockout. Frank's going to take a knee out of respect here, and we're just going to take just a second here and make sure that young James is okay. I do see he is responsive. He's speaking with the staff. His eyes are open. That was a fantastic knockout by Frank the Tank. And we're going to go ahead and get young James over to the doctor now and let him take a look. And we'll go back down to the barrel to the Space Cowboy, Jason Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the first ever Slap Fight People's Champion, Frank the Tank! Now that right there, the first ever People's Championship, young James can throw one hell of a slap, and he can take one more so.
Oh, yeah.
With you guys having the fan base that you do, what does it mean to be the first ever People's Champion?
Honestly, I have all the respect for young James. He has a will, unlike a lot of people that I've faced. It's kind of just an honor to have so many people that watch and like me.
You guys have faced them all. You've faced every tough competitor that has come through. What does that Slap Fight title mean to you right now, being able to have that gold?
To have a title in my hand feels great, but respect for all the fighters, no matter who they are, title or not.
You guys both agreed upon a weight. You came down. You dropped a lot of weight for this matchup. How are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to eat a nice full meal.
He's going to eat a nice full meal, some ice cream. Once again, your first ever Slap Fight People's Champion, Frank the Tank.
But we got two more great fights coming up. This first one is the big boys. We got some guys in the super heavyweight division. Let's bring them out here. First, weighing in at 276 pounds, fighting out of Team Tank from Fulton, Missouri, he is Frank the Tank! All right, his opponent tipped the scales, possibly broke the scales at 500 pounds. He's fighting out of Somers Point, New Jersey, Leviathan!
Mark, I know you're excited about this fight. This is a giant.
I love him, but I love Frank.
Leviathan is such a nice guy. Just a big, giant 500-pound man.
Two of the nicest guys in the world right here, but I'm gonna go. I love big men, and I always think size matters, but somehow I just think the legend Frank the Tank's gonna pull this off somehow.
Well, right now, our lead official, Dallin Getling's having a quick conversation with our competitors. This is a 10-round fight. It's a non-title affair, and Leviathan at 2 wins, no losses. Frank the Tank with over 20 professional slap fights. This is David versus Goliath, 277 versus 504. Now, in the corner of Leviathan, we have Monkey Wrench and the Slim Reaper. That means there's 2 guys catching Leviathan if he were to go down, and I would fear for their lives. Behind Frank the Tank.
You might want to put 3 back here.
Behind Frank the Tank is Okuma 915. Now, Frank's going to have a little bit of a disadvantage here. He's going to have to reach a 6'7" opponent, and a lot of folks don't realize Frank is 5'3". All right, here we go. Round 1.
Jeez, look at this.
The hand of Leviathan. Giant hand.
2, 3.
Oh my gosh, and he knocks the crap out of Frank. Wow.
Crap.
It sounded like an airsoft rifle, and it looks like Dallin Getling said, look, man, don't make me come over here.
Warning?
All right, it looks like, well, it looked like Leviathan was going to put on his reading glasses, but I guess that's going to be his mouthpiece. We saw Leviathan in the Slap Fight Challenger Series 2, where he defeated Oso with 2 thunderous slaps. Oso from El Paso, Texas, a big 300-pounder. Loved watching him compete, but he fell to the Leviathan, as did the Hitman from Chicago. Frank the Tank's going to land a slap here. Let's see if Leviathan has the chin for the legend.
1, 2, 3.
Leviathan goes down! Whoa! Frank the Tank standing at the barrel defiantly.
Get up.
Leviathan took a big, big shot.
Come on, big man, get up. We need you.
Slim Reaper just looked at the official and said, I want to raise. Leviathan having a conversation with the medic here. It's possible that this fight could be over. What a shot. Frank the Tank slapping upwards, probably a good 6'7" versus 5'11" in reality, and that is a big, big 8-inch reach.
He's been practicing slapping real high, is what he told me.
Frank the Tank,
He
obviously.
said he's ready, he's winning this fight tonight, is what he told me.
Frank the Tank obviously giving some respect to Leviathan, who's a great
I
competitor.
hope he gets up.
And that's going to be a match. Frank the Tank with a one-slap TKO of Leviathan, ending the undefeated streak of the Giant. Wow. Now, we're going to take a few minutes here to make sure that Leviathan's okay. Frank's going to console him. And I have to tell you, there's a reason why Frank the Tank is America's sweetheart. He's such a kind man. Really, really great guy. He's the people's champion here at SlapFIGHT Championship. And recently, he won the heavyweight title. Now he's got another win here at super heavyweight, where Frank is currently 3 wins and 2 losses.
Here we go. Yes, good sign. See him get up.
All right, Leviathan lives. That's fantastic.
Good sight.
A lot of love for this big guy. We really hope to see him back at SlapFIGHT again very soon. But wow, that was scary when he went down. We almost lost 2 champions. Toss. He's going to take the first shot. Here we go, folks. Frank the Tank is back at SlapFIGHT.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Frank the Tank with a shot! Rings the bell of Young James. Young James eats it, steps back to the barrel. New technique here with Young James. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Young James with a new technique, just a little bit sloppy there. Oh, that was so anticlimactic, I have to say. When I saw the new technique and the crazy hair, I was really excited. And unless he was just trying to blow Frank off the mat, that was an ineffective style. Frank the Tank, America's sweetheart, round 2.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and Frank the Tank with kind of a crummy slap there. Young James, as always, hyping up the crowd. Here we are in round 2, bottom of round 2. Here's your windup.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and the gauge goes flying. And one lucky fan will take that home tonight. A bright pink gauge from Frank the Tank.
Let's get it.
He's got 3 more on.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, Frank with a hard shot. And Young James eats it. Young James with one of the best chins in the game. Young James has fought some of the greats on his way to the heavyweight title. Previously held by Darius the Destroyer. When it was up for grabs, Young James won it at SlapFIGHT 24 in his match with Rocky. Bottom of round 3. Oh, a big hand from Young James. Young James, his wrist hits the chin, and the back of his fingers hit the back of Frank's head. It's a huge, huge mitt. I'm trying to talk to you and listen at the same time. It looks like they're going to give him some sort of a warning. It's like a warning for just having too large of hands. Is that what's happening? Oh no, split ends, I think. Okay, here we go. Top of round 4.
1, 2, 3.
I got to tell you, that looked like a hard shot, but you know, the chin of young James, man, he's gone through some wars. We saw him go 14 rounds with Wolverine back in 2020. Frank the Tank, however, is the most experienced slap fighter on the planet. Over 20 professional slap fights. He's fought all of the greatest fighters. And now he's 5 rounds deep in young James. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! Young James is out on his feet. Mark Coleman holding him up. We're going to call this a knockdown, but let's make sure James is okay. I see the medical teams headed to the stage. All right, we're going to have just a quick session here to make sure young James is okay. And it looks like there may be a stepping warning here for Frank the Tank. Okay, yes, it's been communicated to me that there was just a slight movement from Frank the Tank, slight movement of his heel, which is not allowed at SlapFIGHT Championship. And they're going to issue a warning. Now, young James has an opportunity here. It's being explained to him now. He can take a knee and accept a no contest, or he's got plenty of time to recover here and step back to the barrel. Wild. Mark Coleman encouraging young James to take as much of a break as he can, but he looks fully recovered here. Look at the size of his hand. It looks like a foot.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and he kicks him in the neck. Okay, after I said he kicks him in the neck, young James looked at me and said, I kicked him in the neck. Okay, Mark Coleman's going to have a quick conversation with young James. Young James has been in a lot of wars. He's been clubbed in the forehead and clubbed in the neck, and this is hardly going to finish the fight. But I do think it's lit a fire underneath young James, and this may go to decision as a result.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God! Frank the Tank with a crazy slap. Okay, the doctors encourage him to sit down. Mark Coleman says, I don't want to sit the fighter down. Young James says, why are you boys fighting over me again? All right, the medical team is taking a look at the footage. Young James does not want to sit down. We're already going to call this a knockdown. Young James does not want to go to the mat. Mark Coleman wants to support him. Our medic does not want it. Our medic does not want Mark Coleman, and he's called the fight. That's going to be it, folks. That's the end of the fight. Frank the Tank is the winner by TKO. And Frank the Tank is the new heavyweight champion.
Some crazy matches, but guess what? It's going to just get crazier. This next match is 2 versus 1. So let's meet that team of 2, Stretch and FAFO. Stretch, FAFO. The one-man team, the one, the only, Frank the Tank. All right, so Stretch, you're going to be competing first. FAFO, you're going to be his corner man. So go ahead and get here. Kyron's going to do a coin toss. We'll see who goes first. Good luck, guys.
All right, this is exciting. It's a 10-round fight between Frank the Tank and 2 opponents. It's Stretch and FAFO. Now, Stretch is going to go first. This can be a make-or-break situation for Stretch. He's been trying to get here with us at SlapFIGHT Championship, trying to get on the roster for a very long time. And at 6'8", that's a fantastic commodity for a slapper. So we brought him in. We're happy he's here. And he's going to get an opportunity here to go head-to-head with Frank the Tank. And I cannot wait to see how this goes. Now, Stretch has slapped before. He is not new at this. He's from another promotion, and he is experienced. However, it has been a while. He's also been fighting bare knuckle and MMA. So Stretch has lost the coin toss here, and looks like Frank the Tank's going to have the first lick. Let's listen in. In the corner of Frank is his prize pupil, Mallet. And, of course, FAFO in the corner of Stretch. Let's go. Oh, my gosh! Stretch goes down hard. He does a little bit of the rubberneck. Luckily, his tag team partner has caught him, and he is okay. But holy smokes. Good shot of the ear of our host, Dallin Getling. Just creating a little bit of a diversion, but now we're back to watching this 6'8" man try to scramble back to his legs. And our medic's going to have him just wait a few moments here, clear his head, and make sure that he's okay. Now, he does have 60 seconds to clear the cobwebs and regain his composure, but it looks like that's not going to be happening, and Frank has dispatched his first opponent with one slap. Wow. Now, what that means, friends, is that now FAFO will have 9 rounds in an attempt to defeat Frank the Tank. Now, FAFO did miss weight. This was a heavyweight matchup. FAFO weighed in at 300 pounds. Frank's decided to go ahead and accept the fight. All right, we are back. It's Frank the Tank versus FAFO. 300 versus 265. And a miscalculation in the weight cut has cost him the first slap. Let's see if he can take it.
2, 3.
Oh, and he takes it. Wow. FAFO eats that first slap, and now he's going to get an opportunity to slap Frank. Frank's a gamer. He's got a heck of a chin, but we've not seen what kind of power we're dealing with here from FAFO. Stepping up to corner FAFO is going to be legendary slapper Darius the Destroyer. And while Stretch is talking to medics, Darius will step in here just in case something goes down. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen, is sponsored by Sagamon Watches. Sagamon Watches takes good care of Kyron Bowen in his professional mixed martial arts career, and of course here as the lead official for Pro League Network. All right, a little bit of a inappropriate fondle there. I'd like to see that again in slow motion. All right, and a little bit of a ridge hand there to the throat and larynx of Frank the Tank, but that's okay. Frank's going to go ahead and stay up, and we're going to be moving into round 3. All right, a little bit of a deliberation here to see if that was a club. It looks like they're going to go ahead and let that slide. It was a little bit close, but no cigar. Tiny little samurai top knot here from FAFO. I love his energy. He's going to take another shot here from Tank. This is the 3rd round of 10.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and he ducks in. That's definitely going to be a flinch. All right, that's going to be a flinch here, and that's risky here. Now, Frank, He may be concealing an issue here with his right hand. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have an issue. Now that's a problem here. He's going to mask that. If there is a problem with that hand, he's going to hide that from us. But you can rest assured he's not happy about it. FAFO, a little bit of a showman here. It's fun watching him slap, but let's get a little deeper in the match here and see what he's made of. FAFO lives here in the Ozark Mountains. He's a newcomer to the slap game. He's been training for several months. He's just been waiting for a call, and when he received the call, he had no problem facing Frank the Tank. He was excited, and you can tell here he's not. This is a daunting task, but he's not intimidated in the least. He would love to have a win over a legend like Frank the Tank. Frank's announced he's only got a few more fights left in his career, and this guy's a real big fan of his beard.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was a little bit low. Frank's going to eat it, and they're going to let it slide. Okay. Good sportsmanship from both fighters. 565 pounds of man meat at the barrel. Round 4. Oh, a fantastic slap, and FAFO eats it again. This guy, absolutely, there's no question to the chin of the newcomer. Interesting there, he's going for the fist bump, but it was like he was off by about 2 feet, and it looked like he was going to fist bump someone behind Frank. Maybe his equilibrium and his depth perception have been affected, but we will see here. He's drinking the hell out of that water, though. FAFO impressing everybody in the room. Clearly, Frank the Tank is a very experienced slapper, and he's been in this position before. He's got 6 rounds left to do work, and he needs to defeat these 2 men in one night, or he will take a loss. For those of you watching at home, I just got word that Stretch is okay. He's fine. He's talking to the medic now, and he is A-okay. Just has 1 more loss on his beautiful record. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Frank takes a hard shot. He smiles at FAFO, but wow. Unbelievable. I have a feeling we've not seen the last of this newcomer. Oh, man. A little bit of a conversation here. Okay, this is either going to be a warning or a stern talking to. A little bit sloppy, but still in the game. Frank the Tank having a blast. Loves to fight, wants to be on every card, but of course we can't allow that. So this time he's going to get 2 in 1 here. So Frank the Tank trying to make history.
1,
Round 5.
2, 3.
Oh my! This is a tough guy. He's taking another shot from Frank. Wow. Frank the Tank starting to gain some respect for this guy. Hitting him with some bombs, and this guy's still in the mix. Darius the Destroyer, former SlapFIGHT heavyweight champion. He's got 5 wins over Frank the Tank. If anybody knows how to beat Frank the Tank, it is Darius. Frank has only lost to legends. He's got wins over several of them. Trains in Fulton, Missouri. He's got a nice little team of slappers. He's also an aspiring power lifter and exotic dancer. Oh, a little dancing there from FAFO. A little pop locking. Oh, and that's definitely going to be a club, and they're going to call it, and that's not great. It's very likely that this fight can go to decision, and if that's the case, we're looking at a couple of violations here from FAFO, and Frank the Tank very rarely with any violations, and tonight none. So we're halfway through the match, and FAFO's in a tough spot here. Now, one thing he has done is he's earned everyone's respect. He's got a fantastic chin. But there's a couple of things happening here. FAFO's going to have his right elbow is going to be a little bit of a factor. He's clubbed Frank a couple of times here, and Frank is a thick neck man. And so I can tell you now that FAFO, his right elbow is probably an issue. Also, his ears are ringing, and he's sweating his ass off. So right now, FAFO doing a good job of play acting. He's in the fight. Oh, but we've just been given a penalty for clubbing, and that's not going to be any fun. Ooh, that's a rough one. Oh, and he takes another shot. Wow. I like this guy. He told me when we booked him for the fight, he told me he was going to impress everybody. And he told me that he would not be knocked out. Win or lose, he said, I will not go down. And so far, I like this guy. Now, he did not get a round 6 slap, so he's going to go right into round 7 and take another shot from Frank. And now Frank's used some experience here and coaxed him back to the barrel a little bit early. Oh. Okay, a little bit of a flinch. I don't know if they're going to call it. Okay, they're going to let it slide. All right, so FAFO will now have his round 7 slap. Round 7 slap for FAFO. And he's going to have 3 slaps here to put Frank the Tank to bed. Otherwise, he's going to have to come back and try again. A little bit of confusion here. FAFO is in the zone. He's doing some leg kicking and some arm swinging. He is in the zone. This guy is enjoying himself, and he's trying to do some damage here. Big 300-pound country boy. He wants to knock Frank the Tank out. We've seen it before, but it is not easy to do. This is a fancy little thing this guy has. He did all kinds of crazy hand movements here. Look at the flexibility. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Frank is pissed. He got slapped in the eye. He does not like to be slapped in the eye. He is absolutely furious. Oh, my gosh. I would not want to be FAFO in this moment. I would not want to be FAFO. That's definitely going to be a club. Okay, looks like the line official just called it. Oh my gosh, that's a penalty for FAFO for clubbing, and at this point, most people would probably tap, because what that means is that FAFO will not have a round 8 slap. That means he's going to take round 8 and round 9 from Frank. And most people would probably just go ahead and calculate a tap out here, because that's a big mountain to climb. But it looks like FAFO's enjoying himself. He's going to stay in it. Wow. Okay, we definitely witnessing the birth of a star here, but he's about to take 2 big shots. Oh my gosh, now that was a big shot, and he's going to stare Frank right in the eyes. Frank's going to hit him again here. This is going to be round 9, and look at his eyes. He looks great, clear-eyed. He's having a great time. He may not win this fight. It looks like it's going to be difficult. He'll have to drop Frank at this point to be the winner. But he has taken some big slaps and delivered some big shots. And I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see this guy again very soon. If anything, Frank seems to be confused as to why this guy won't fall down, and that's just kind of how it is. Some of these guys have mallet heads and others not so much. Oh, Frank made a little dent there, but this guy eats another one. And now we're going into the final round. And what that means now is in FAFO's mind, he knows that he's got one final shot here, and he's going to have to drop Frank the Tank. If he doesn't drop Frank the Tank, he knows he's lost, and Frank will have defeated two opponents in the same night, in the same fight. Lot of pressure for the newcomer. Frank's going to take one more slap. Last time he got slapped in the eye. That is not, yeah. He's making sure to tell this guy, watch the eyeball, pal. Knowing Frank, I'm sure he doesn't like to have his face massaged either. Here we go. Oh, right in the eye again. Oh, man. Frank's upset, and FAFO seems to think it's funny. Oh, no. All right, this is going to be a bad situation here. We are now in the final slap of the match, but because there's been a clubbing penalty, Frank will now have a round 10 and a round 11 slap. This is a tough situation for FAFO. All right, here we go. Oh, a nice slap, and FAFO again. All right, there was a little bit of confusion there. I think the confusion was that there was one round with stretch earlier, and they were going to 9 rounds, but they didn't realize that there would have been an amendation to the ring cards here. So what it looks like here has happened is Frank the Tank in round 10 received a clubbing violation from FAFO, which means now he will have a bonus slap or a penalty slap. And that's really unfortunate. I think at this point it's pretty clear that Frank has won the match. And that's unfortunate because I think that we could stop this match now. But FAFO has something to prove here, and he's going to take this 11th slap. And there you have it. That's the match. Frank the Tank defeats 2 men in 1 fight. But I think the real story here is FAFO. We have found a new star potentially here at Freak Show. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner. Your winner by unanimous decision, Frank the Tank! Frank, man, you were having a lot of fun, but you were shaking your head. Was it because he was just eating those shots?
His chin is beyond amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you landed some good shots that have brought other people down. In fact, we saw what happened to Stretch, 1 shot, right?
Yeah.
So that you did that right because you're like, oh, now I got the rest of my rounds to go with him. But he just lasted, went the distance, and even at the end there, I became a fan because he was like, hey, man, I'm not a quitter. I'm not sure what's going on, but that hit me again.
Yeah,
right?
Man, I give him all the credit. It's probably one of the hardest fights I've had.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you are the people's champ. You're what all the champ?
Heavyweight.
The current heavyweight champ. And now I don't know what this is. This is the first 2 in 1.
This was
you can
fun.
be the champ of that. Yes, absolutely. He gained a lot of respect. So we look forward to seeing him again, and I'm sure we'll see you again. You earned that, and I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to anybody you want.
I'd like to give a shout out to Who's Right podcast. If you guys haven't seen them, look them up. Great group of guys, real funny. My gym, Grit Fitness, they help me every time I have to drop weight. Mallet keeps me.
Which was this fight too, right?
Yeah, I got to drop weight every time because I like to eat.
Yep.
But Mallet keeping me in it. Always got to be better than him. I can't let him outshine. Not yet.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, congratulations. Great bout. Very entertaining. Can't wait to see you again.
Appreciate it.
All right, Frank the Tank.